An assassination attempt on a former U.S. president and current presidential candidate. We'll cover Donald Trump's condition this morning, plus what we learned overnight from law enforcement. That starts right now on Today in St. Louis Weekend Edition.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Right now, former President Donald Trump is safe after an assassination attempt at a campaign rally in Pennsylvania. This is new video this morning of Trump arriving in New Jersey late last night. In breaking overnight, law enforcement identified the shooter as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks. He, along with a spectator, are dead.
Right now, another spectator is in critical condition. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Mercedes McKay.
And I'm Travis Cummings. Overnight, Pennsylvania State Police said the investigation was delayed due to the people they are calling, quote, complicators. NBC's Alice Barr explains more about what we learned overnight.
Take a look at what happened.
A terrifying scene as former President Trump is rushed off the stage following an apparent assassination attempt during a rally in Pennsylvania, killing one spectator and blooding Trump's ear.
The FBI has maintained the lead on the attempted assassination.
Federal authorities identified the suspect as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks. Cell video taken after the shooting appears to show his body on the roof of a building near the Trump rally.
And I was watching the president and you hear the gunshots go off.
A Trump spokesperson says the former president is doing fine. He traveled to his home in New Jersey and thanked law enforcement in an online statement after the incident. President Biden condemned the violence.
The idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. And everybody must condemn it. Everybody.
The shooting comes ahead of the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. One woman I spoke with became emotional.
I'm sick to my stomach. It literally made my stomach immediately go into a knot. It makes me so sad. It makes me mad. I'm disappointed. I'm embarrassed.
She's urging Americans to put their political differences aside.
Love the ones who vote different than you. Love the ones who vote the same as you. Love the ones who choose not to vote at all. We've got to get hate out of our vocabulary.
Calls for unity and peace are going out across the country. In Milwaukee, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Now, there were multiple people from our area at the Butler rally, including a mother and daughter. They sat just 8 rows back from the podium where Trump was speaking.
Yeah, the Chesterfield mom and O'Fallon, Missouri daughter shared what it was like during and after the gunfire rang out.
I couldn't because, there were people laying where our feet go and, we were crowded in there. So I had the gentleman next to me laying on the ground. I had the lady next to me laying on the ground. I said there was nowhere for me to lay,
It happened. It was so chaotic. Well, then all of it stopped. Like all the sound stopped. It was like almost like silence. And so everybody kind of popped up to see what the heck was going on. And you could see them rushing Trump off the stage. And then the Secret Service started yelling at us, "Get down, get down, get down."
This morning, state leaders are reacting to the assassination attempt.
Missouri Governor Mike Parson took to X asking followers to, quote, join Teresa and me in praying for President Trump, his family, and all victims who were in attendance at the rally in Pennsylvania today. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker also weighed in, saying, quote, violence is never the answer in our democracy. I am closely monitoring the situation and praying for former President Trump's recovery, thankful to the Secret Service for their quick response. And this morning, we're hearing from a former Secret Service agent who lives in St. Louis County.
He actually served President Obama's administration. Our Brent Solomon spoke with him just hours after the shooting.
I was glad to see that he was able to get up.
Brian Gant of St. Louis County watched as special agents jumped into action when gunshots rang out at former President Trump's campaign rally Saturday.
They did exactly what they were supposed to do in terms of creating a body shield, shielding the president behind that podium, covering him.
Serving as an agent for 7 years, he understood the immediate need to evacuate the former president from the threat.
You're in an outside venue, you're in an open environment, You never want to be in any kind of environment where you are susceptible to any kind of attack.
Once Trump was out of danger,
And then the other law enforcement resources in the area should have been directed to the problem, or in this case, to the shooter.
hours after the incident, the Secret Service confirmed the shooter opened fire from outside of the heavily secured perimeter of the rally.
And knowing how people are screened that are in an immediate area of the former president, it actually would be more plausible to me that something came from outside the security zone.
Security now top of mind as both parties prepare to hold conventions and both candidates prepare for even more campaign stops.
In light of this incident, I can assure you that protection levels and security levels will become even more stringent.
Brent Solomon, 5 on your side.
Gant also tells us special agents may assess the security situation weeks before an event so they can respond even faster. When something like this happens, agents call it a, quote, zero-fail assignment. Well, this shooting will likely impact security preparations and safety concerns at the 2024 Republican National Convention tomorrow in Milwaukee. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, will be there, bringing us live updates on the fallout from this shooting, as well as important campaign details on all the biggest races. And as we did overnight, we will continue to stay on top of this breaking story. For the latest updates when we're not on air, head to KSDK.com or download the 5 on Your Side app. It's free. Just search KSDK in your phone's app store.
And switching gears this morning, Tracy Henson has the day off, so we're joined by 5 on Your Side's chief meteorologist, Scott. We are in a weather impact alert as temperatures rise. Scott, how hot?
It is going to get really hot this afternoon for sure. You're looking at some clouds rolling in here north and west of St. Louis. That's not going to stick with us all day long. It's all about heat today around the St. Louis area and dangerous heat. A heat advisory goes into effect at 1 o'clock this afternoon, and heat really affects anyone, especially those without effective cooling, and that means our seniors in particular. So you're going to want to stay hydrated here, not overexerting yourself, and try to stay in that air conditioning. Everybody's above 70 degrees this morning. It's 78 in town. The showers and thunderstorms that are back here across northern portions of Missouri, they're tending to fizzle out. We'll get a few clouds around this morning, with this afternoon, that sun, a scorcher. Our weather impact alert during the afternoon hours, that's when our heat index around 1 o'clock goes up to 105 degrees in St. Louis, and it'll stick there right through about 5, 6 o'clock. We're not cooling off at night either for the next couple of nights. That's another big problem. More on that and when this heat breaks in a few minutes.